Today we are going to take a look at how to fill the DV lottery form, also known as the American lottery form. And this is coming up. Hello everybody and welcome to this channel once again. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. So if you're new here, kindly hit on the subscribe button to subscribe. If you are old here, thanks so much for coming back again. So the American lottery has been open, the DV lottery of course, and today I'm going to show you how to fill the forms and submit it online. First of all, you go to their official website. I'll put the link in the description so you can check it over there. That is dvlottery.state.government. This is the official website, or this is the official URL that you are going to use. First of all, over here we have the DV 2020 instructions. I would plead with you that you take your time to read the instructions, all of them, and then you check the photo examples over here. I have downloaded the PDF, so I'll put that also in the description if you want to read the PDF. Now, if you registered for 2019 DV lottery, here this is how you check your results. So you can come to check status over here, and then if you are registering for 2020, this is where you come. So you come to the begin entry. Mind you, you can do this yourself. You don't need any third person to do this for you because the forms is very easy to fill. So when you click on the begin entry, you enter this particular code over here, and it is in caps, so you always have to make sure your caps lock is on, and then you type very correctly. If you can't see it, you just have to use the change the captcha code over here. If you click on it, it is going to give you another set of code, and then you click on submit when you are done. Now this is the form that you are going to fill. Mind you, you can fill in caps lock or you can fill anyhow you want it, because it is just going to give you the standard size that you can fill with. So first you're going to input your name, that is all your names, if you have a middle name or any of them. So I'm going to use a different name at all because I've already filled mine. So first I'm going to enter the last name, that is Boateng, and then you come over here and you enter your first name, that is, this is what I'm using for today. If you have a middle name, you are going to input it over here, but then if you don't have, you're just going to take no middle name, that is it. All right, so here in this case we have no middle name, so let's take over here, and then you go ahead and pick your gender. I think that is self-explanatory. Now the date of birth, when starting with a month, they are not requiring that you type your month as in January or February. If it is January, you're just going to type 01, February 02. You don't have to type the whole of the month. So here I'm going to use January, and then the day, it is not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're just going to input the number also. So let's say 20th, 30th. So I'm going to use 20th for this one, and that is 20. And then the year you type in figures also, that is numbers. So I'm going to use 1996 for this particular person. Now you move ahead to the city where you were born. Most people actually don't know where they were born. So if you don't know where you were born, you just take the birth city unknown. But for this particular tutorial, we're going to use Kumasi for the person, that is the city where you were born. Okay, so we move ahead now to the country where you were born. It is different from the country you are living in now, so you choose the country where you were born, and in this case we are going to use Ghana. The country of eligibility for the DV program is the same as the country you were born in. That is, if you were born in Ghana and currently you are living in, let's say, Nigeria, and you are applying for this particular program, you are going to use Ghana as your country of eligibility. So here they are asking you, are you claiming eligibility based on the country where you were born? So if you are born in Ghana and currently, let's say, you are living in Togo, you can just maintain Ghana as your country of eligibility. That is because some countries, example Nigeria, is not among the countries of eligibility for the DV lottery. So you can choose yes over here, and then you are good to go. The entrance photo. This is the part that so many people have problems with, and I took my time to make a video on how to crop your picture perfectly for this particular program. So I'll put the link in the description and on the YouTube card over there, so you can check that also. I'll entreat you go and take a look at that video before you come to crop your picture for this particular DV lottery, because it is very necessary. Anything aside what they request, it is not going to be accepted. So over here, I've already done the cropping and everything. So I'm going to choose new photo, and I'll go to the desktop over there, and I'm using this particular sample. This is a picture I got from Google. I have no idea who this picture belongs to, but I'm just using it for educational purposes. So you click open, and then this particular picture loads. So you move ahead. Now the mailing address in care of over here simply means that you are not having a mailbox and you are providing another mailbox of somebody. So you are going to bring that person's name first. So in care of, as you can see over here, when I was filling I used the Roman Catholic Church back at my place. So if you don't want to stress yourself, you can just ignore this area and then you put the box over. So let's say PO Box 7, and then you come to the address line 2. That is if you are living in a street or something, you can just provide that, but it is not mandatory, it is optional, so you can leave that also. So here is PO Box 7, and then you go to the city or town, and I'm going to choose Kumasi for this one, right? And then the district, state or province, you can leave that one also because it is not mandatory, or better still, you can use Kumasi Metro because that is the province or something like that. So here I'm going to leave it. Now back to the postal code. The postal code is let's say your zip code. Those people living in Europe or the Western world has the zip code, but here in Ghana we don't have a zip code, so you can use the country code, that is +233, but you are going to ignore the +233, or better still, you can just leave it and move on and choose no postal or zip code. So we choose no postal or zip code, and then you select your country, and here we are using Ghana. Now you move ahead and you choose where you live today. So like I was explaining about the country of eligibility, if you are born in Ghana but you are living in Togo, you are going to choose Ghana for your country where you were born, but where you live today, you are going to choose Togo. So let's assume this person was born in Ghana and still living in Ghana, so we choose Ghana for the person. Your phone number is not mandatory, it is optional, so you can just leave that one also. Now to your email, you provide a valid email address. In this case, I'm going to provide any email at all because this is not something. So let's say Kingsley Boatin at gmail.com, and then you confirm your email address. Now we move to the next section of the form, that is your educational background, and the least you can have is a high school degree, right? And if you don't have a high school degree, you should have at least 2 years of working experience before you can apply for this DV lottery. So in this case, I'm going to choose now over here, high school no degree means that you've completed some courses or some subjects in high school, but you did not complete, right? And then high school with a degree means that you graduated from high school. And then if you don't have high school, or let's say you didn't even complete primary, I'll suggest that you choose the vocational, but you have a working experience. You choose a vocational because that would be much more beneficial to you. And then some university courses with some university courses means that you are still in the process, but so it basically follows the same trend. So in this case, I'm going to choose some university courses for this particular person, and then we move on to the next one. So like I was saying, you must have a minimum of high school diploma reflecting the completion of all courses. That is a must that you should have before you can apply for this program. Now we move on to the next one. What is your current marital status? Over here, I'm married, and my spouse is not a citizen or US permanent, and then married and my spouse is a US citizen. So you just have to determine your marital status. In this case, you're going to use I'm married for this particular person. Now, if you are married, you are going to need to provide your spouse information over here. So assuming we choose married and my spouse is not a US citizen, you're going to choose that one, but you're going to provide every detail about your spouse, whether the male or the female. You're going to provide every detail about them. And then over here is number of children. So since we chose unmarried, definitely we're going to have 0 children, so we put 0 over there. But then if you are married and you have children, or if you're not married but you have children, you're just going to put in the number of children that you have over here. Now, children might include biological children, legally adopted, and stepchildren. So you have to consider all those facts, and these particular infos are very, very much needed. You have to read them to make sure that you understand clearly before putting in any figure. So I beg, or I'll plead with you that you take your time to put in this information. Okay, so at this point you can just go over again and then you check if you left anything. And then I forgot that I left the country, state, or province of where you were born, or let's say the mailing address. Anything that you left in over here, that is the district or country or province or state, you can just add it. At this point, I'm going to take a different picture because I got to realize that the picture that we chose earlier does not have a white background. You see this one and then this one. So I'm going to choose the picture that I just edited with a white background, and then I'll upload that. So when everything is done, you can just go through the whole information again or the form again, and then you click on continue over here. All right, so this is what you're going to have if you entered everything correctly. This is what you're going to have. So it will be just like a summary of all the information that you entered. This is an assumed let's say form filling, so everything doesn't have to be correct. But then if you are filling yours, you just have to take time and make sure that everything is well entered, and all the name, your name, spelling, everything, the date of birth, everything is filled, and you are going to have this particular summary. Now if you click on submit over here, you're going to have a particular page, but I don't want to submit this as it is just going to feed the database, or it is just going to send like a form that you're not going to use. So I'm going to show you a form of what I got. Now if you click on submit, you're going to receive a particular information, and I'll be displaying that on your screen right now. This is the form that you are going to actually have. It has a particular code on it. Please make sure you copy that particular code, or you print it out and keep it at a very safe place, because that is what you're going to use to go and take your visa, or in case you win, that is what you're going to use to check your status. And this is how it looks like. I'm just covering my picture over my code over there because it is very much important over there. So that is what you're going to have, and that is basically the steps you go through in filling all the forms. Please let me know in the comment section if you are having problems or anything, and then don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if this was quite helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll get back to you with another one. It's Innocent here. Bye.